It reads a shorter overtime. That's a question. NFL reportedly will vote on the rule change. With that, we welcome you inside the Verizon Film Room. The owners are expected to vote on this proposed change. Yep. The question for you, Field, is it expected to pass?
It is indeed, Wendy. And of course, just to clarify, overtime would condense from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. Of course, as we know in the NFL, if you do not have any score or if you still have a tie after 15 minutes at this point, it is a tie. There's no double overtime, no sudden death in the NFL, so 15 to 10 minutes could result in a shift.
All right, so Teddy, 10 minutes would be all the extra time you have. That's it. You in favor?
I'm not a fan. I don't like the rule, Wendy, because there are a lot of times when offenses can monopolize the ball and just have a drive that takes 7, 8, 9 minutes, and the other team won't have a true opportunity to score. It takes me back to the opening drive of the Super Bowl when we lost to the Giants here, Super Bowl 42, and they took almost 9 minutes of the drive, a great drive by the New York Giants, able to run the ball, convert on third down. I mean, I'm looking at the clock and thinking, how long has this been? You know, there was nearly 9 minutes. So if this was overtime and they kicked the field goal to complete the drive, our offense barely would have had over a minute to score. So all they have to do is take the ball, run the ball, and in overtime also, defenses are a lot more tired. They've already played 4 quarters. I think running the ball has chances of being more successful. You take up all the time, it can be just a one-possession game again.
Well, and nobody likes to see ties, which you would think it would increase.
Right. In theory, less time means less drives. So if teams are playing excellent defense in overtime, it could result in more ties, which I think we all believe are basically useless in the NFL.
Yeah, you want to see a winner.
No doubt.
You play that long. Our next headline coming from ESPN.com, and it reads from Pete Carroll, Seahawks definitely will run the ball more in 2017. Here is Coach Carroll discussing a re-emphasized run game for the Seahawks.
We lost 100-something runs last year, you know, and that was basically the story. That was basically the tale of why everything, you know, came about as it did. Defense had to do some more stuff. We had to throw the ball more. We had to pass protect more, and all of that because the running game got knocked up with the quarterback being a mess and the running back situation, everybody being banged up. We were just unable to find it, you know. So I think we're going to come run right back at it.
So you want to be a run-first team?
We're balanced.
How do you feel? Is Seattle built to run the ball?
Successful offense, Wendy, is when you are dictating terms and you're unpredictable. You become unpredictable when you can do a lot of things. And for Seattle last year, they couldn't run the ball because they were so banged up and because Russell Wilson, the threat of running the football for him, was impacted by his injury. I would think with him being healthier and with a beefed-up backfield and adding Eddie Lacy and C.J. Prosise being healthy and Thomas Rawls being healthy, on paper, they are slated to run the football more effective.
Teddy, who's more critical for this team in this case? Is it Russell Wilson or that new backfield, these running backs?
And I'm going to go with Russell Wilson here, Wendy, because he gives the deception to the defense. He is a viable threat to run the football. And if you're watching film and you see Russell Wilson limping around and you see how he's hurt and it's talked about a knee injury or something like that, just like Pete just talked about, you know he's not going to be that threat. So you know there's that element where you don't have to worry about, now I can focus on the running back and then the runs to the running back. But with Russell Wilson being able to run, I have to think of so much more in terms of QB runs that it makes it easier to run the football. So I'd say Russell Wilson's health and his ability to get a 5-6 yard run about 3-4 times